Okay, third time is a charm. Hopefully. I don't know what's going on with my phone or the glitching, so I do apologize. So, we're going to try this, and we're not going to waste too much time. I do apologize for the noise in the background. My children don't know what quiet means, as always. Let me pull up my Facebook here because my phone's not giving me comments again. So let me just check. Again, I apologize for any children. Okay. So I have my laptop, so I apologize. Look at it. Really? And the comments are working now? That makes me so mad. I went and got my laptop, restarted my phone, yelled at the kids 3 times to be quiet, and now they're working. So let me just shut my laptop off, because we don't need this. So discouraged. So discouraged. We're going to try and drown out their noise by at least having background noise. Can you guys still hear that? It's like an ambiance. No, I promise no one missed the live. I've been having technical difficulties even though I was trying to start early. Stop it! I had to put myself in the right mindset to do tonight because my kid's volume doesn't work. So, but tonight we're going to do Mammons wealth bowl or wealth burning bowl because we're going to burn stuff. But we're not going to do a huge fire like I like to do in the summertime, where I actually utilize a bonfire for this, and I throw my intention within the bonfire and light everything up, send it into the universe. But for in-house, because it's about to start raining here, which might be another reason why my internet's also acting weird. It's about to rain here, so we're going to do it inside. Little mini cauldron style, okay? So nothing crazy. Now, one good thing is you don't have to dedicate or to utilize as a patron or as any form of being. You don't have to use a demon. So let me give that clause right now. Hi, everyone. Is it really? 1717, I love this. So even better, you don't have to use demons to do this type of wealth. And I'm going to tell you how you can, adjust it to according to however you need. So no worries on that. I like working with demons, especially when I'm doing something like wealth style. And I don't mean just money. I mean wealth, like hardcore. I'm skipping over just the simple money. I'm making it more long-term. That's what I consider wealth, a long-term thing. Not money where it's like a quick cash, quick fix, luck thing. No. I'm skipping over that. I know someone else is doing more of a money bowl, so that would be really perfect for, you need quick cash, things like that. Me, we're taking it all the way, guys. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to have some fun with it, okay? So, Mammon, he is the 3rd demon from hell, just so you know, and I'm not going to do any detailed information on him. If you want to, you're more than welcome to hit me up, and maybe I can do a live just about a few of the, 7 princes or 7 kings, depending on how you, worship, or not worship, oh my gosh, bad choice of words, because we don't do that, how you honor them, how you utilize them in your practices. I could always do that. But he is the 3rd prince of hell, okay, because you got Lucifer, and you got Leviathan, and then you got Mammon. And he is a good chunk about finances, wealth, creativity, financial stability. He's that kind of demon. So when you want to do this kind of stuff, that's what you got to give. Now, another big thing when it comes to working with demon magic is they do not like sage. They do not like dragon's blood, okay? They like certain types of resin. Like Mammon is really big when it comes to sandalwood. But I don't have sandalwood. I do, but it's buried in all of my herbs, and I don't want to go through that because a good, reasoning. One second. A good thing to work with them is just use Palo Santo, okay? Everyone loves this stuff anyways, so it's perfect. So to cleanse your space, definitely use your Palo Santo. So I lit it earlier to kind of cleanse all of my stuff. And that's one big thing, is you want to do that. Now, also working in demonology, again, you don't have to. We're going to manipulate this for everyone. It's not just, you know, us that like to go a little on the darker side, because this is 100%, you can go straight more on the neutral side, the nature side, and that is perfectly fine. And all you got to do is make a form of a sigil based on what you want or who you want to utilize. So if you have another goddess or god or just a being that works within the wealth realm, utilize their sigils or their symbolisms, however you want to do it, okay? Oh, it didn't light away. But I just like using Mammon, and I know Sarah Lee does, because we work literally within the same demon realms. We just like utilizing certain ones because, you know, each of us are different. And Sarah Lee will be the first one to tell you. She specializes with very specific demons, and I specialize with other very specific demons, and that's how it works. But we all understand how to go about being safe about working with this. So, first I'll tell you about the whole working with the demon thing. Cleanse your space with Palo Santo very well, okay? Have everything already laid out. They like organization. They like having everything in place. They don't like chaos in that way. They like chaos as in what they're going to bring to the table, because anything you do is going to be chaotic, because it's the demon realm. Nothing is exactly perfect down there because it's not meant to be. They like to break the rules a little bit, but they like offerings to do so. So, hey, pay me a little bit of something and I'm going to give you what you want. That's where the demons roll, which I've discussed this before. So keep that in mind also. But they like organization. Have everything set up. They love things in the dark. Depending on which demon, some like full moon, some like new moon, some just don't care. Mammon that I've worked with doesn't really mind what type of moon we're working on, so we're not worrying about it. Now, we do have a storm rolling in, so it kind of worked out in my favor a little bit, because we're bringing a little bit of nature chaos. And that's the fun part with this, is we are going to bring a little bit of nature chaos, okay? So with tonight, it's a little bit much, but it's meant to be, because when you work with when you work with demon magic, you work with ritual-based practices, okay? Now, I can show you Mammon's sigil afterwards if you'd like. I can actually post it to the group if you'd like, but again, you don't have to. You decide who you want to utilize to empower your ritual tonight, okay? So, I have 4 candles. I have 3 that are already lit ahead of time, which is giving me my ambiance, by the way. Not gonna lie, I'm really enjoying the way it's looking for you guys, to kind of give you that vibe of how things are running tonight. But you are going to have another candle. You're going to have a gold candle. Now, I know you can't really see that it's gold, but it is an actual gold candle. Okay? You can use yellow or gold. It's not a problem. Do not use green. Okay? Because this isn't money. This is wealth. We're trying to dig a little deeper. We're going, hey, my business, this is what we're doing. We're going to intensify my business. We're going to intensify me being able to provide well for my family. We are going to intensify me being able to buy something that you normally couldn't buy. A house, a car, because things are so much more expensive. But it is more of a long-term effect, a long-term finance, okay? Oh, thanks. I found this at a thrift store. See? I love it. I love these old school candle holders, and, you know, granted, it's a little bit bigger, but I burned the bottom of my silver candle or gold candle, and then that's how it's able to stay in. But yeah, it's old school. I love old school. Old school is my fave. And then I just have 2 tall candles, and then I just have, like, you know, a regular one, just because I can do that. All right, so things you're gonna need also. You're gonna need your burning bowl. I'm using a little smaller charcoal one, okay, with the little pegs, little one. Then you're going to need some type of crystal that represents wealth. Again, not money, but wealth. I use pyrite, okay? I love pyrite. Why? Also because Leviathan uses pyrite, but Mammon does not mind it because it does symbolize what it needs to symbolize. Granted, Mammon likes other types of crystals also, so don't worry about any of that. You know, you make it yours. You pick whatever crystal you're drawn to for this 100%. All right, you're going to need a charcoal tablet, okay? Now, here's what's really cool is I actually do a 50-50. So I have a whole charcoal tablet, and you can't see it inside yet. I'll try my hardest so you can see inside. But I also grind one other charcoal tablet into more of a fine mist. And the sand that I put inside my charcoal bowl, I put the crushed charcoal tablet on top. And then when I burn my other one, I will set that on top. Of course, with the herbs on top, and it'll evenly disperse, and then it'll go out so that my herbs that go on the outside of the tablet will also burn. Just a little something I've experimented over the years, and I realize that really works for me. All right, so you're gonna need a bay leaf, okay? A whole style bay leaf that you can write on, okay? See, I already wrote on mine. Now, I'll tell you what mine is, okay? Mine says, money/wealth, come to me and my family. And then I actually have Mammons sigil, there it is, sigil on it, okay? That's because who I'm calling to. Now, you can put it on the back of the bay leaf, that's not a problem. But this is the main thing that we're burning to drop in our incense, or, I'm sorry, our offering already. So then, you need myrrh, but if you don't have myrrh, witch's tears, aka frankincense, will work just fine. Or sandalwood if you have sandalwood. You're going to need oolong tea or a black tea, does not matter. He just prefers oolongs, and of course, being a tea witch, I will always have those kind of teas. You need a type of mint. I'm going to use spearmint tonight because I don't actually have mint, but I do have either peppermint or spearmint, but I went with spearmint. I felt very drawn to that. You're going to need bloodroot. You're going to need calamus. You're going to need devil's claw root. Now, all these ingredients are in the event live, so keep that in mind, okay? You're also going to need honey, and you're going to need some type of gold representation, as in money representation, and I'm going to use gold flakes that you can get at Walmart, okay? And a little bit goes a long way, but this is my gold. This is my representation of gold that I'm going to burn as my offering. Now, if you have something else that can represent gold, again, not money. We're not burning money like some spells do. We're focusing on gold, wealth, money, that higher type of financial stability. So I'm using gold flakes, and they're edible. So you can get them at Walmart in the cake decorating section. Just a little, note. They're great for oils too, by the way. Okay. I said devil's claw root. Oh, and one other thing I completely forgot to put in there is I like to add a form of bark. And which is really funny because we're working on adding barks to our apothecary, are we not, when it comes to woe. So I'm going to use white oak bark, okay? Felt really drawn to pulling it tonight. I don't know, I felt like a tree we needed some type of grounding root, aside from the fact that we actually have roots tonight, and we have things that are more under the ground. If you haven't noticed, we're using blood root, we're using devil's claw root, we're using a calamus, which is a form of a root. Then we're going to use white oak bark. You see, everything is very centralized into the ground, which is where the demon realm hells. Well, I should say, where the demon realm is believed to be under the earth itself, even though it's an actual different realm itself. But we're going to focus on, reaching it from under, in that plane of existence that we can't always reach unless we go into an astral travel or a quantum leap, like Sarah Lee says. So that's really cool. And then the honey is the sweet in the deal, okay? And the honey is actually going to go last. Like, once everything burns, the honey falls on top of it to seal the deal, okay? Think corporation, think that. That's why we're doing that, as a seal the deal kind of thing. No, you're good. Okay. So does anyone have any questions before we actually get started or anything like that? If there is, pop on and I'll read them. Okay. So let me adjust my camera for you guys. And let me try and get you to see what we're working with. Okay. Okay, can we all see that well? I'm going to pull it out a little bit, because... Does that work? Does that work for everyone? You guys got enough, light? Actually, I could always do this. I don't mind. Okay, so first things first, we are going to light our candle for our calling. And again, everything we do, everything we do when it comes to asking for assistance in the demon realm is we clear a pathway. Now, some people, when they work with demon magic, is they want to have a ring of salt for an extra barrier, enclosing everything inside so nothing leaks over. 100% please do so if you feel the need to do that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can use regular salt. You can even use black salt because it is technically a darker type of magic. But hey, you do you. You make it your way. No one has an issue with any way you want to do it. Okay? I'm not going to utilize it because I've worked with Mammon a lot. And I do work a lot with demon magic. And I feel very comfortable that my own energy is able to infuse within and keep it sealed within this little altar style space, my ritualistic space that I'm utilizing tonight. This is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, okay? So, what I'm going to do is, I got my charcoal tablet. Now, I somehow lost my spoon, so guess what? I'm going to use a pair of scissors to hold my tablet to light it, okay? And then I'm going to light just one side. Lost me already. I was trying not to crack it, but obviously it didn't work. And this takes a second, but I'm not going to light it all the way. Ooh, this offering really wants to run. Get sidetracked, as always. But again, if you're working with charcoal, it does its own thing. It runs its own way. And the whole time, I'm really trying to get myself in check with this, right? And if I have to, I'll do this too. That's why you always want to make sure you have a good lighter to light these babies, because they're it is lighting. You just probably can't see it all the way. And of course, I don't have my real torch with me. I have my other one. Isn't that cool? Is that? Okay, so it's actually going. It's taking the amount of time I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my root and just a couple little pieces. Okay. Now with my root, I'm going to actually put more so 3 pieces. I'm thinking 3 pieces of my root. Devil's Claw. Just 1 piece. Calamus is going to go on the outside. Now, calamus is optional. You don't even have to use calamus if you don't want to. I like calamus just because it really just... I'm sorry. Ooh, I almost swore. It really kind of pushes your spell really out into where it needs to go. I'm sorry again for my children. They're not helping. Couple pieces of witch's tears, which is also known as frankincense. And as you can see, it's starting to go. A little bit of spearmint. Now, spearmint is one of the ones that is like a doorway. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it all the way around. Oh, and another thing, have a window open if you need to. Okay? And then I'm going to take my white oak and intention. Everything is about intention, okay? Do not feel that I'm not thinking hard enough. I'm not feeling hard enough. Because I know right now in my mind, this is what I need, okay? I need some wealth. And I'm tired of me having to take the back seat to everyone else coming up in this world. And all I'm doing, guys, is I'm utilizing this stuff I already told you about. Now, here's the gold pieces. I'm just going to take a little handful. I'm going to put red on top. Okay? Now, what am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, I already did that one. Okay? And I'm going to let it burn a little bit. Now, Mammon does have an incantation. It is in a form of Latin, which I am not 100% familiar on properly how to say everything. But I do try the best I can. And that's one thing you got to realize when it comes to demon magic is you have to just try. No one expects you to say things properly or say things right. So we're sure going to try. Okay? So close your eyes. Take a deep breath when you do this. Focus all things outwards to bring them in. Pull in the energy around you. Pull in the fire, the candles, the energy that it burns from. Every herb that you utilized, utilize that. Bring it in. Okay? Grab your bay leaf that you already pre-wrote. Remember? Okay? Et aperit porta de destari. Isinos imperium. Venium petro. Fundium axelio uto. Non serampit vos sien. Vitae mi adiet mi. Queso. Mammon. Bring wealth to my family. Bring wealth to my family. From power of the unders, in the realm set by the demons, I call on you, third prince of hell. Demon, I honor and I respect. My offerings I give to you. Offering of my soul, bloodroot. Now, once you actually do the ritual, normally I will scry. And if you guys know me, I really do like to smoke scry more than I do fire scry. And as you can see, this gives off a lot of smoke, right? This is the perfect smoke scry. Like, one of the best kind is when you do a burn bowl, especially for well. So I'm going to up this a little bit, okay? And you could get your feel for it. Now, granted, you're not going to be talking when you're doing this, but you're going to pull the images, okay? You're going to envision walking to the gates, walking through, opening the gates. Now, yes, you probably will see Leviathan, because he is the guardian of the gates of the underworld. But Excuse me, I choked my own spit. But you need to envision kind of like a form of meditation through scrying, of you walking through those gates and you walking up to this huge pillars of just nothing made of gold. And you walk through and you just see this demon. Now, Mammon can be, depending on what style of demonology you work within, he could be actually in what we call human form. He can have the characteristics of a male, 8 foot tall, dark skin, black hair, green eyes, wearing metal cuffs, leather clothing, but white gold crown. His nature and demeanor is very calm, very cool. He's kind of that easygoing guy, but it takes him a minute to figure out who you are and why you would step in this realm. He does not like offerings of actual food or actual drinks, and he doesn't like actual incense. He prefers you to build your own. Hence the reason this runs as it does. Does that make sense? He's one of those. He wants the work to be put in. He loves his own altar. He loves handmade stuff. And he loves textbooks, so any type of books. He is a blood type of demon, but we use blood root as our blood offering, okay? So that's why we did what we did with the blood root, okay? So I'm going to just pull this back to me. Don't mind that. It's my laptop being mean. Okay. So let me go back and see what I missed, because I know I missed a bunch. Sure did crackle. Oh no, it's okay, Sarah Lee. I completely understand. Yes, cast iron is way best. The type of lighter is just, I got it at a dollar store. And it's a skull. No surprise there. It is definitely hookah charcoal. That's the ones I use. I love them better because they do expand really well and they do light up stuff really well too. I'm so sorry I missed you guys. I'm just catching up. You feel my pain. Yes, thank God. Thank goodness they don't expect us to be perfect, because I'd be in big trouble with not being able to pronounce more than half of the words. It literally, if I don't hear it on something or I've watched a video on how to pronounce certain Latin words, I'm bad. But I try. I do try. And it's honestly the intent behind it and you putting the effort into trying to pronounce it as best you can. Not how they can, but how you can. Do you ever worry about pronouncing a word or words wrong and have it different meaning, changing what you're trying to accomplish? I don't, because even though I'm saying what his incantation of calling to him is, I know that he knows what I mean. And he knows I'm really bad at pronouncing languages I'm unfamiliar with. I could just speak it in English if you feel more comfortable with that. I like to try Latin just because it is an older form of communication of back then, if that makes sense. But honestly, you can say it in English, and all it is in English is you're just calling to him. You're asking him to assist you. But what you're doing is you're asking him to put his energy into making your wishes or your hopes and your dreams or your wants or your needs to amplify it and actually make it into, and put it into existence. That's really all that is. Anyone else dislike the smell of burning bay leaf? I still burn them, but not a big fan of. You know what though? When I mix it with something else, it's actually not that bad because I'm burning a mint, which has a very aromatic smell to it. And I love barks and roots to burn because I like the smell of that. So I really don't smell the bay leaf personally. But I mean, I have definitely heard that before. I always love the way you explain things. Oh, thanks. I try. Oh, see? Sarah Lee already asked. Don't even worry about that. Does Mammon ever come back with a no, I'm not helping, or any demon for that matter? So, I have never experienced that, but, now, hear me out, okay? So, remember when I said that not everyone's going to feel comfortable with working with demons? If you have that fear, if you have that worry of something bouncing back to you after you put it in existence, if you have any type of doubt in any way, I don't recommend utilizing Mammon. I just recommend you utilizing something you feel more comfortable with that gives you the same type of energy boost or protection around it. Hey, listen. He ruins everything. I'm going to get him as soon as this is over. Him and I are going to have this little chat. But it was storming really well for a minute there. Which is me saying I'm right when I say if you don't feel comfortable, don't utilize him. Research him. Work with him in more smaller things maybe first. There are actual oils you can make dedicated to Mammon. Or you could just use a wealth oil completely. Like my Dragus Gold oil is a wealth based. It's not a money based. It's a wealth. It's meant to take that up to the next level. Okay? Which I didn't utilize it tonight because I wanted to focus solely on Mammon and, you know, the basics of him. But there's so much more you can do. You can take stuff out. You can add stuff. Okay? But everything I use tonight is wealth, inspiration, power, influence, and darker magic in some cases, like the Devil's Claw and the Calmus. Those are really good for using in darker arts kind of stuff. So it's like an extra booster. So don't really worry. Like I said, utilize someone else for it, and it's totally fine with that. Just get used to Mammon and working with him because, like I said, he is a harder hitting one. I'm sure, like any higher power, he can say no and refuse to grant it to you. But I have no doubt because I have plans, I have goals, and I'm a go-getter. Hey, I'm gonna jump head first and hopefully everything doesn't backfire on me. But if it backfires, I'm gonna take what I got coming because that was on me. It's that confidence level. Make sure you have that confidence in yourself. If not, take it just a step further, step down a little bit. You know what I mean? Work more with just asking maybe the universe itself to grant you what you wish when it comes to wealth, because that's totally fine too. What exactly is bloodroot? You know what? I've always looked for it as bloodroot. I just know it's a type of root, but I can find out after. I actually don't have the answer. I've always just known it as bloodroot, honestly. I experienced a kind of no, it was more of a not yet, be patient. Ooh, and I like that, and that's 100% true. And I will tell you right now, when I worked with Lucifer himself, it took a while. But I didn't get a no, I just didn't get an answer. Because it just didn't feel right when I was trying to do a meditation to ask him to work within his realm, which his realm is all of the demons, the 72 demons, the 96 demons, depending on which form of Luciferian you're talking about. But I never got an answer. I just got I'm just going to stay silent until you figure it out yourself. So there's so many different things that you can, figure out. And Breda says, that's definitely confirmation. And it is. And I love that because, like I said, tonight, of all nights, I'm working within this realm. Like I said, I set everything up, had everything I needed to work with it. So one last thing that we cannot forget to do is, because now everything is, everything is stocked, right? Okay. We're going to sweeten our deal, are we not? So let's sweeten it so we don't forget to sweeten it. And you just sweeten it with a little bit of honey. And it's going to start right back up. I didn't want to tell you guys that happens because I enjoy watching it. But the honey will actually burn as well because the charcoal tablet is actually still lit. And I don't know if you guys ever smell what burning honey smells like, but it's amazing. It's really good. But as you can see, which I'm going to bring it a little closer, it just sweetens the deal. Okay? And as it sweetens that deal, we know our intention is still going. Hasn't stopped. And it's putting in its work, because that's what we did. We put in work. We put in the time to make sure we had what we needed. We put in the time to make sure that we wrote on our bay leaf, and we put that sigil on there, and we knew who we were talking to, and we knew what he does and what he doesn't like. We knew what to say, because in here, that's what we wanted to say. And another thing, you don't have to have all this stuff too. As far as you don't have to have a million things, you can use spearmint and a form of black tea and a resin and a bay leaf and call that your ritual, and that's fine. But I wouldn't recommend using it in calling Mammon to help you. I would recommend more of a calling to the universe or someone else. And here's the reason why, which Sarah Lee can actually agree with me on this one. When you work with demon magic, it's work. And I don't mean just like stirring, your teacup that day and, stirring it one way, giving it 3 little swooshes and saying, I'm going to have a great day today. It's not about you just walking into the building of your work and saying, I'm going to have a good day today, or I'm going to be safe today, depending on what your profession is. Demon magic is work. It takes a lot of time. It takes preparation. It takes setting here and doing the extra, the scrying that you can do with it, whether it's with your gold candle that you lit as your, here's my light, here's my focus, here's my portal to you to come to me, and then my offering as what I put into it. It's the scrying of the smoke. It's the envisioning. It's the meditation. It's the hopefully a type of I'm entering the realm as I'm doing this. It's putting yourself in that zone, okay? It's letting it take its time. So like even after this live's over, I'm going to still allow this to keep burning, because guess what, guys? It's still burning, okay? Which is what I want. If it's a short and sweet thing, then I feel like he's not taking that time to put it into existence. He's not throwing it more and more of my intention into that universe, going, hey, we're going to throw it this way, and we're going to throw it that way, and we're going to amplify it this way. In all corners that I can throw it, we're going to throw it up high, we're going to throw it down low, we're going to soak it in the ground, we're going to throw it into the trees, we're going to throw it into the storm that's here, okay? That's what we want. We want it to really boost out there, keep going. And again, that's where the sweetening the honey is. That honey really just kind of, hey, we're not done. Let's keep going. Okay? Does that make sense? Honey to seal the deal. And Sarah Lee says consistency daily. And it's true. You got to work with it. So again, if you are interested, which I have other lives about demon magic and working within it and things to do within it. If you're interested, a little bit, at least every other day of actual work within it. And that includes heavy detail research. It's taking the time to learn at least a couple demons a month. Okay. Now remember, there's either 72 demons if you're working with, the Solomon style, or if you're working with the dark arts, the order of the dark arts. If you're working within their realm, they have 96 demons. You see what I mean? But learn them, work with them, request them, do the meditations. There's actually even YouTube meditations that you can do per demon, which is really cool. But you need a dark room to do it. You need candlelight to do it. I'm actually one of the ones I can't do any meditation with candlelight, because it doesn't open up my sight. I have to be in complete pitch black with music or ambiance in that form, because I have to drown out everything, and I hear everything. I hear cars, I hear kids, my mind needs to shut off. So that's what I do to shut my mind off, if that makes sense. How do I clean my cauldron in between uses? So I actually use, I will wash it, soap and water, nothing fancy. But then I will put an oil on it. Now, I use a carrier oil, and I'll oil it, and then I let it sit for a little bit, so that way I know that when I utilize it for my burning rituals, it won't stick to the outside. Now, if you're actually using a cauldron, as in you need to kind of like break it in, I know you have to, I believe it's oil it and then burn it to get the inside out, and then clean it, and then keep, doing that. I don't utilize it like that. I use it because I use sand, so I don't need to, because the sand protects it. And I don't have any issues with the corners or the sides either. So that works in my favor. But I just use soap and water, and then I use a carrier oil to oil the outside of it for my next use. And it's a tiny bit. I mean, like, literally, like, I gotta really push it in there, and it's just so nothing sticks. But that's just the me thing. Some people might do it a little bit differently. Yeah, Elizabeth said cast iron usually needs seasoned typically, but again, it depends on what you're using. Like, I got a real, like a cooking cast iron cauldron. I have not broke that in. I use it as decoration because it's too pretty for me to utilize, and I don't have a setup that I can break it in properly. But again, this is just a cast iron burning bowl for us spiritualists to utilize. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any other questions? What do you guys think? Questions? I love questions. Or did I literally answer all your questions? Remember, this does not have to be a demon type of ritual burning bowl. I use Mammon a lot for my wealth. And then sometimes if I need an extra booster, I will work the same week with Belsifor. So, which he's the alchemy demon, which kind of goes hand in hand, in a way too, so he can help amplify what I need. I love it. Very interested and completely new to me. And I love it. Aw, thanks, Sally. Aw, thanks, Mama. So yeah, like I said, it's great to do money bowls, but it's a lot of fun also to do wealth burning bowls. It's a little bit different. It takes a lot of work. But if you're ready to know that when it actually is put into existence, that you're going to have to work too. Kong. No, baby. Come here. Down here. When you actually put in the work, you're going to have great success. So, like I said, business is a great thing. Buying a house, utilizing this to buy a house is a great thing. Getting a new apartment, getting a car, taking a rather large, expensive trip somewhere, or trying to start new in life is good for this too. That makes sense. Okay, so if you guys don't have any further questions, I love it. It's so annoying. This is new to me as well, but I am enjoying learning about it and may give it a go. Thank you for sharing with us. And my pleasure. And like I said, I'm just going to give the disclaimer. If you've never worked in demon magic, do some research first. Heavy research. Protect yourself. Shield yourself, as well as also utilizing salt as your barrier for protection. But once you become more familiar with them through meditation stuff, they love it. And they will definitely, allow you to call into them to utilize what you need to. What's up? So Megan, she's like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to walk by you.
Can I get a container that you don't care about? Do you know how?
I don't have a bowl underneath the sink.
Do you?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's why I was asking. I might have that or, the bottles we use for, coloring our hair. I might have another one. If not, then yeah, you can use.
Okay. Do you want me to do it outside?
Don't stain my walls. Do you have a black towel or something you can lay on the ground?
I think that they might be in the basket.
Okay. Just don't stain my walls with the color. That's all I ask.
Do you think Dad will do it?
No. I've tried to get him and you to color my hair before. And you both won't.
I do it. I just...
You don't like to do it because you're like, you're so funny.
Yeah, because this is why you...
I like it to be even.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get it. This is so beautiful.
Thanks.
It's great.
See, look, it's still lit.
Let me see.
Sweeten the deal with honey.
Nice.
Can you smell the honey?
Mm-hmm.
It smells so good.
It does smell good.
Sorry.
Sorry.
If you guys don't remember Megan, Megan's here. Here, I'll scooch
The
this up.
problem child. Hi guys. It's been a while since y'all saw me.
Some of you guys don't remember her,
Don't
but
even know me.
yeah, well, we do have a lot more.
You're famous now.
This is my daughter, Megan. She was part of our group. She actually helped me start the group. Look, it's nice. Oh no. Okay, we're good. She actually helped me start the group originally, and she used to do lives all the time, especially tarot and zodiac stuff.
Yeah, I miss tarot.
But she stepped out a little bit to go do her own thing. You know, teenagers and all that.
Hashtag turn 1982.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I am going to go ahead and end it. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You know, my inbox is always open. Just give me some time to respond because there's a lot sometimes. All right. Well, blessed be and namaste for all of you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. I'm going to enjoy the storm, and I'm going to continue with my ritual because it's not done. That's how it keeps going. All right. Well, until the next live, I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.